the greatest, the salamanderiest, Nathan Hart.
All right. Hello. How we doing? Welcome to Hinges and Horse Grenades. We do this show every single week right here at Lucky's. Sometimes there's people here. This is where we're at sometimes. Sometimes it's also just, you speak to the expansive, bleak, dark room and you try to not to stare directly into the spotlight as much as you can, and that's just how it goes sometimes. This is a weekly podcast. We do this show every week right here. How many times can I say weekly at one time? This is a comedy podcast. I have a bunch of comedians from around the area and across the state. They're going to come in and talk with me about kind of whatever I feel like asking them at the time. Usually we figure out like how to fix the country or jack off better or whatever. Somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Hey, can I get a round of applause for Charlie behind the bar over there? We're pretty good. All right. Hell yeah. Yeah, clap directly into the audience microphone. I think that'll really bring them home. You can catch this show on YouTube every single week in case you happen to be here watching it live. You're not, but I still should say that out loud. All right, let's go ahead and get our first comedian up here. Put your hands together. Applaud for my friend and yours, the very funny Litzy Bits, everybody. Ooh. Hello, Litzy.
Hello, Nathan.
Litzy, you're an English teacher. What's your favorite banned book?
Oh, I love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah? Why is that one banned?
My favorite reason is because there's one character who repeatedly only says the line, "Fuck the wife."
Okay.
I love reading it out loud to classes. It's a really good time. I only taught it once, and I loved teaching it because it was for an English for makeup class. So it was for these like juniors and seniors who had failed English so many times it was getting embarrassing putting them back in freshman English. And they're like, we need to have you make up this credit without having you be around 14-year-olds and teaching them about drugs. So they have all of the ne'er-do-wells in class together, and they had me, and they were just like, do something Englishy, make them read, make them write, but whatever it is, it's up to you. And we had copies of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I was like, hell yeah, these kids can relate. And so the first week, it was like the history of insanity and like mental illness and how we have dealt with that as a country. And the second week was about Ken Kesey and the history of the electric Kool-Aid acid test and MK Ultra and all of that. And my kids knew a concerning amount about LSD, and I had to be like, hey, how about we not have stories from the one time I did this, and instead from the I've heard it was possible that kind of mindset when we're talking. I am a mandatory reporter, that kind of conversation had to come up a couple times, but it got really cool. It got really cool really fast. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. That makes sense. I feel like there's got to be a little bit of like thrill to telling kids, like showing them something that the state says you shouldn't be reading.
Well, and for these kids in particular, like teaching them that books have swears was like a deeply important thing to get them to care about reading at all whatsoever, right? They'd written it off, a couple books ago, so it was time to show them that like books are actually very cool.
Yeah, and you can see some shit in here, kids.
You can see some shit. There's a reason why the government's trying to keep you from this one.
Yeah.
You might learn something.
Yeah, that's the attractive part about it. Definitely, it's like the government doesn't want you to have this.
Well, and it is a questioning of like government institutions. You have characters who are being in some way held to different degrees against their will, and you see them humanized as real people, and that's a dangerous idea. Like humanizing people who are normally a minority or just ostracized for various reasons. If they're people we've thrown away, and saying like, look how worthy they are. They have all this interesting interiority, and we see ourselves in them. That's pretty important.
Yeah, I like the part where the guy throws a sink through a window.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Pretty good time.
No, it's and the book is very interesting. It's got like different levels where you have Chief Bromden as like the main character who is like legitimately seeing things in ways that are crazy, but as you get to know him, you're like, Now I see it too. It's now we're all crazy.
Yeah, we're all the crazy. We are all one flying over the cuckoo's nest.
Yes.
Right.
Each one of us have flown over our own interiority of cuckoo's nests.
If you could teach one other subject instead, regardless if it's like a real curriculum subject or just something you think people should know about, what would that be?
Gosh, I would love to teach just a pure like clown skills class. I think, I think a class where we did like unicycles, juggling, we'd bring out the giant parachute on a daily basis just because it's good to have fun and living our childhoods is like a good thing to do. I think it would be like part like let's do silly stuff because we need to get our sillies out and this is like a good way to do it. And part like let's learn how to be creative minds and, be ready for the circus.
Yeah.
I think that'd be badass.
Okay, let's say you had to teach a subject that you don't know anything about.
Ooh.
If you were bullshitting being some kind of professor.
Underwater basket weaving, I feel like I could figure something out.
Yeah.
And
see, that feels difficult. That feels like people are going to know you're full of it immediately.
Not if I put enough woo-woo on top of it. It's like, it goes in this direction because of the waves of our minds trying to reach each other or something like that. I feel like we could get philosophical as we wove baskets underwater.
Way. Yeah. And that's the trick.
Maybe I should just teach philosophy. That would be good. It's just
that feels really easy to bullshit your way through.
Right.
But even then, you still got to know names of French dudes and
stuff.
But
you can make up names of French dudes.
Yeah.
ChatGPT would agree with you.
Who's your favorite French philosopher?
Legend de Putot.
I bet that guy talked about death a lot. I don't know.
He talked about death and how life is fleeting and how you should make the most of it. It was kind of a YOLO philosophy, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one who came up with it, actually.
How do you say YOLO in French?
I can't. That would be inappropriate. I don't want to get canceled for saying YOLO in French. Je suis Bruce.
If it was going to be anything, yeah. Saying YOLO in French.
Yeah.
Okay. Lindsay, this was fun. Was there anything you wanted to talk about before we move on?
I'm excited that I'm teaching Hamlet right now, and teaching Hamlet to middle schoolers is a really awkward experience.
Sick.
And I'm doing it because I'm teaching The Lion King, and so I feel like these things have to go together, right? The best part about teaching Hamlet is how grossed out they are that his mom marries his uncle. And I refer to him as his uncle stepdaddy as often as possible just so they go, ew! And I'm like, yeah, that's how Hamlet feels! The best part about Hamlet is that it's billed as a tragedy, but he gets exactly what he wants. From the moment we meet Hamlet, he's like, oh, I wish I was not alive anymore. And then he gets everything he wanted. And so I think it should actually be a comedy instead. That's my take.
Were you a theater kid too?
I would have been if there were more hours in the day. I was a band kid, and I was taking calculus, and I was taking chemistry and shit. I was taking all of the things, and so there wasn't time for theater on top of all the extracurriculars. So, and I was also a jock. It was a lot.
What kind of jock were you?
I played soccer, I played softball, I played basketball, I played volleyball. I lettered in everything except for basketball. I quit that first.
Huh. That's fucking crazy. And you did.
My school was tiny, though. I had 200 kids in the entire school. If you wanted to be part of the sports, you were on varsity. That was just how it worked.
It is so crazy. Okay, I think I just felt, I was trying to figure this out, like you were explaining all that, of like you were doing all these things.
I was in student government.
You were like
chess club.
You were in everything.
Knowledge Bowl, academic challenge.
And then you became an English teaching clown. And
I'm still doing everything.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, it's the small town part. That explains it.
Nobody told me no. Everyone's just like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want. And then I've just taken that as part of my life philosophy.
Just fill up all your time.
Just fill up all your time, and eventually you might get good at things that you don't hate.
Oh, that's something.
That's something.
Yeah.
I quit all the sports in succession. The one I lasted long enough was softball. But
what's something you're really good at that you do hate?
Ooh, adding fractions.
Okay, is that a calculus thing?
No, it's just.
Oh shit! Really?
That's like pre-algebra. Adding fractions?
Yeah, I guess I might not have been paying attention. All right.
All right, that's it.
Well,
Lindsay Bits.
That's Lindsay Bits. She's 6/7 of my favorite comedian. That was a
6/7.
You know what's fucked up? I meant to say 7/6 because that was going to be the joke, and I just did that wrong too. All right. Coming next to stage, he hosts the Crush Bomb podcast on Spotify. Put your hands together, nice loud, for Seth Milstein. Yeah, do whichever works. They're all good. Well,
I don't want to work for this.
You're like really close now.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Yeah, it's really weird.
This is how you set it up, buddy.
Yeah, I guess.
You're lonely.
Gradually. Yeah, that's what I needed, some warmth.
Yeah.
Just in general. Yeah.
I was walking over here. I was thinking about sour gummy worms.
Yeah. What about them?
Like, you know how they're 2 colors? Each one is 2 colors? Well, in like the regular bag, it's just red and yellow and red and blue.
Right.
Why does red get like dominance over the entire bag?
Huh. There's 2 reds?
There's 2 flavors.
One's cherry, one's strawberry.
Okay.
It's because there's
Do
a
you
lot
think
of red
they mix them
flavors.
up? That's weak. That's weak.
That's not as nearly as like I thought we were going to go down a whole rabbit hole on this, where we find out like red is cheaper than the other colors or something.
The only audience member is the teacher.
Yeah, I know. Really fucked us on that one. We wanted some whimsy.
And I'm gonna guess she seems like the type of person that likes sour gummy worms.
You fuck with sour gummy worms?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Nope, her hair's not just like that.
Yeah, I was like, she's all about colors. She's got to eat them too.
Seth, you look like a gas station attendant that sells thrash metal cassettes. What's your favorite memory of the 90s?
It's weird to get roasted with a roast that also works for the person that's roasting you. My favorite memory from the night, probably Lollapalooza.
Oh, yeah? What do you do there?
It was just a concert.
Yeah, but I mean...
I got my ear pierced at one.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
then,
pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't tell my parents.
Who was playing while you were getting your ear pierced, and which year was this Lollapalooza?
I think Arrested Development was playing during the 3rd Lollapalooza, and I was getting like the top of my ear pierced.
Whoa, do you still have that part of your ear pierced, or did it heal up?
No, it healed up.
Yeah.
Like I can still get stuff in my both my lobe holes, but not my cartilage hole.
Please never say that again.
You don't like lobe holes?
Yeah, I'm just putting stuff in my lobe holes. I don't
Dude,
think
that's like my number 1 Pornhub search.
Did they play after Arrested Development?
Yeah. They did. No, they were on the side stage.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What made you stop piercing your ears?
I mean, I just stopped because I had enough ear piercings. Stop
like,
wearing jewelry?
What made you stop putting them in? Yeah.
I don't know. Like one day I just, I was like looking in the mirror. I think it was like right after my kid was born, and I was just like, I don't know if I need to be a guy. I don't need, like, I got to a point where I just didn't need to be decorated. Like I don't wear rings or anything. I don't wear jewelry. I used to wear a necklace that I put on like the day my dad died. It was one of his necklaces. And then one day the chain broke, and I was like, I think I'm done with this because I have worn it to its natural conclusion. So yeah, I just didn't. I don't like being decorated. I have 2 piercings that are fun for reasons, and that's it. I just kept the functional ones.
We'll let the viewers at home figure out what that means. All right. Oh wait. Hey,
you're so disappointed. That was worse than low poll for you.
Okay, Seth. I have this next question. You get to pick your favorite of the 2 questions I'm about to ask.
Okay.
Okay. But you only have to answer one of them.
Okay, but could I answer 2?
I guess you can, but
Okay.
but they need to be the same answer if you're going to answer both of them.
All right, go ahead and shoot.
But you do get to pick which question you want to answer. Seth Milstein, do you think there is a viable 2-state solution for Israel? Or, Seth Milstein, what's your favorite flavor of pudding?
Okay, same answer for both questions. World peace.
All right, okay. Wait, world peace is not... Is that a flavor of pudding?
I'm sure Ben and Jerry's is working on it.
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's got this down.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You get points for trying. That's...
I really didn't try at all.
No, not really. Yeah, especially because I'm pretty sure... wait, does Ben and Jerry's... Are they... Yeah, I know they're ice cream people. I was about to ask...
They just broke up.
Yeah, I heard they broke up.
Yeah,
they're done.
I think
right?
Jerry's out.
Yeah, Jerry's
out because of Lucerne.
Lucerne?
Yeah. What?
What?
Unilever. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're like a big conglomerate dairy company or
So
something.
it's like a CBS Jimmy Fallon situation or something.
Yeah, he'll be back in a week.
Kimmel,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
he'll be back in a
large
week,
corporation
for sure.
gets mad about it, etc.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that leads me pretty easily to our next question. How much money would the Crown Prince have to offer you to do the Riyadh Comedy Festival?
Man, like I do have ideals, but at the same time, a light just came on in my car. So like, I don't know, like $4,000 or something.
$4,000? That's it?
Just to fix my transmission. I mean, do I have to pay to get over there?
I mean, I assume
They fly me over in a
they're-
private jet with Bill Burr.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Like,
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
So
I'd do it just for the plane ride
I
with
looked
Bill
it up
Burr.
today. The plane ride on its own was $1,500 to get to the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
And then tickets to see Bill Burr are $25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you trying to go?
No, I just
Why
wanted,
were you looking
I
it
just,
up?
I wanted to know. I was doing some math to be like, well, what are they even fucking like? Because they must be paying them. They're paying them some absurd amount of money.
Insane amount of money.
Because the whole
the
thing's like,
lineup is like all of the edgelords.
Yeah.
It's like every famous edgelord.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and Pete Davidson.
yeah.
Yeah. Pete Davidson's dad was killed in 9/11, and he's doing a festival for the people that killed his dad.
To help whitewash
Dude,
the
they're
Saudi Arabian
paying
prince,
you
yeah.
a lot of money. Whoever, like, whatever the number is, it has enough zeros on it that he
Right.
was able to swallow his father's death.
See, I feel like given that you didn't get and will never be invited to the Riyadh Comedy
No.
Festival, Jewish, then it's, like they didn't invite Seinfeld either.
Yeah.
So there's no way.
I didn't see any Jews on the line.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
yeah.
who's that one guy? The guy from Tires. He got Schultz. He's probably
Andrew
German.
Schultz?
He's
Oh.
probably German.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one could
Yeah.
go. It's one of those where it's
Yeah.
like really unfortunate how much it could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're not letting Steens on that lineup.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
letting
think- I
women
don't think
in
Steens-
before any Steens.
Yeah. Well, Jessica Kershaw. I don't know.
I think a few others.
Yeah,
I think.
medium a woman.
Yeah, I didn't check.
She's
Yeah.
pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
She's got dude vibes for sure.
She can hang with the Crown Prince.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she hangs at the Comedy Cellar. So yeah.
I feel like even
What's your number? I feel like you have a number for sure. There's no way that you would say no if they were like $10,000.
I don't think I
mean,
do it.
Like what you would do it.
I'm sure I would, but I haven't.
What's the biggest consequence for you? Hazel stops talking to you.
And like I don't know, the morals of the whole, where it's like I would feel weird ever like trying to like. Okay, so here's my biggest thing about it. I don't think that I would do a show here in Eugene that gave me a contract where they told me I'm not allowed to talk shit about the people putting the show on. And that's in the contract for them. So to me, it's actually even less about like the human rights abuse and stuff, like the ethics of the thing. Like, yeah, that shit's bad, but also like I'm not allowed.
But, yeah, no one's
I'm not
allowed to
to make
silence
fun
you.
of
You're not allowed to be silenced for your like. They're gonna let you do your Taco Bell joke,
But
it's gonna be fine.
I just the way I'm reading it, it's like I literally like one of the conditions, you're not allowed to talk about the concept of religion at all in your
Okay.
act.
So you can't do your skydiving joke.
I don't know. Like I probably have like 5 minutes I could do at the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
All right. What
And
if
even then-
what if they give you $10,000 to do 5 minutes?
I don't know, man. That one feels murky.
Yeah, I mean,
What's the shadiest gig you've ever taken?
I mean, I did 4 days on the road with Alex Elkin.
Yeah.
At
But
casinos.
it was pre-Trump.
It was pre-Trump, yeah.
Right. So things weren't even that.
But he
dark
was
yet.
still like, oh, they cancel you for anything these days.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was talking shit about, oh man, they burned Bill Cosby's life to the ground, and
Yeah.
Cosby wasn't even in prison yet. And I was like, I think he's doing fine. I think he's doing better than both of us. But yeah, I don't know. I like probably not no amount of money. I don't think I would. Do it.
Unfortunately, I already tweeted out that you'd do it for $4,000. So
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's funny that you run a comedy show and don't know what humor is.
I don't know. It, like you said, that would fix the transmission. So
yeah,
like,
I mean, I've got other ways to get money.
other than the Riyadh Comedy
Yeah,
Festival.
I have a decent job. I have money in my savings account right now.
Like that's the thing.
Not transmission money,
I don't know for
but
sure.
engine flush money.
It's something that might help. Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the amount of money would have to be for me to take it. That's the. I don't know
I mean,
for
it would
sure.
have to be like change my life.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah,
money.
yeah. It would have to be enough money that I could then disappear into obscurity and be happy forever.
Yeah,
So
it would have to be enough money that I could donate enough money to charities when I got back.
Yeah.
And still be rich.
Right.
But like donate enough money to like karmically make up for what
balance
I've
it
done.
out
Yeah.
for whitewashing Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Like I would have to have enough money that I could give $1,000 to each one of the victims of 9/11 and then still have a couple of mil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we solved another ethical quandary.
Yep,
Seth.
we
I
did
think
it.
We did it.
We
I think
did
we
it.
broke it. The answer is, we have to pay a lot of bills.
Yeah.
It's really that's probably what Bill Burr said. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey.
He had to buy a plane or a helicopter or whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna buy a helicopter with it. Let's be real. Okay. Hey, keep it going for Seth Milstein, everybody. All right, coming up next, we've got the crab bucket. If you have not signed up for the bucket yet, it's right up here in front of this speaker. Now's a good time to go ahead and toss your name in the bucket if you want to come do a few minutes of stand-up on the show. Now's the time for the bucket. What are you doing, Tim? Put your name in the bucket. Is this mic even fucking on right now? You guys can hear me, right? Okay. But it's in front of this. You get it. All right. There we go. So what happens next? I'm going to hand this little bucket over to Crabman over here. Crabman's going to draw names out of it and tell us who's coming up next to do a few minutes of comedy apiece. In the meantime, I'm going to go take a break. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, keep it going for Crabman and the Crab Bucket, everybody.
All right. How y'all doing tonight? Woo! I'm feeling the same exact way. All right, starting off your night, it's a doozy. We have no idea who it could be. It's Tim. It's your friend Tim Messenger.
What's up, Crab?
What's up, Tim?
What's up, audience? Huh? That makes you feel weird, huh? Right, audience? You don't want to be called an audience. Bunch of performers. Here's some jokes that you've all heard before, but this is like their completed versions. There's nothing quite like taking a walk, taking a stroll through Eugene and turning down a street that doesn't have sidewalks that says you're not welcome here. If you live on a street that doesn't have sidewalks, your lawn has dog shit in it. I was living in the city. I come see these houses. Every house is like a garden unit apartment, you know? I broke into every one of those fucking houses. Who's welcome now? What does a no trespassing sign even tell you? Other than the person living there is an asshole. This one's going to be controversial. I know I'm not a piece of shit because I've never told someone to please like and subscribe. I went to a kick-ass pro wrestling show at World Pies the other week. And it was like a blast from the past from my childhood. Like, what a scene. Like, I haven't seen that many dismayed mullets since the Challenger exploded. Austin 316 just whipped your ass. All right. That's that. I think the only reason that pain exists is so that kids don't cut themselves open and look inside. Because there's a lot of cool shit in there. You know, you've looked. I work at the University of Oregon, and like my hair's getting longer, so sometimes I wear this hair clip to like keep the hair out of my eyes. But when I'm there, like people will come up to me and they'll be like, you know, why are you wearing the hair clip? You know, is it because like, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to connect with these kids. How am I else going to get these queers to learn about taxes? Straight white men stopped paying taxes decades ago. Gotta get these queers to pay some taxes, you know? That's what I'm... All right. That's gonna do it for me. Keep it going for Crabman! And the rest.
All right, give it up for Tim. Coming on next to the stage, it's your friend Litzy. Give it up for Litzy Bits. Oh wait, no, not Litzy. Hazel? Litzy Bits, all right.
I have been accused of giving too many finger guns during sex. But it's only the dudes that notice. It's only guys who've given me this particular type of feedback. The women don't seem to notice that I'm doing finger guns because it's more like this. You have to watch the hand signal, Willow. Anyway, we're doing what we can. I came out bisexual in rural Oregon, and it was tricky because I didn't really know what bisexuality was. You know, my parents, we talked about the straights, we talked about the gays, but anything in between wasn't really talked about in the 90s and early aughts. But I remember sitting at on the couch with my folks and watching TV and having it talk about the rising tide of bisexuality. People are attracted to both genders. And I was kind of like, well, I'm attracted to every actor on Boy Meets World. So as a person who's both into Topanga and Corey Matthews, I don't understand why that's a problem. And I figured everybody else was too, that they were just kind of rounding up to straight. But my parents were like, no, that's a you thing. It was a weird discovery. It's tough being bisexual in rural Oregon because to this day, anytime I go into a coastal farm and ranch or a Wilco feed store and I go to that place where they have that big tub of the baby chicks in it and they have all those fuzzy little baby chicks and they so desperately want to be petted. They so desperately do. But they always have that sign right above them that says, "Don't touch the chicks." And every time I see it, I'm like right back to being bisexual in rural Oregon. You know, don't touch the chicks. Yeah, right? Because I thought we were too different, right? I thought the goths, myself as like a gothy, emo edge and all the cowgirls I grew up with, I thought we were too different. I thought we were too far apart. But it turns out we were just two sides of the same coin, goths and cowgirls. You know, we both appreciate a good leather boot. And we both have a mutual love for taxidermy. The difference between goth taxidermy and cowgirl taxidermy is the difference between hunting and scavenging. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, dope. Sweet. Anyway, to this day, I struggle going into a feed store because I just know that I shouldn't pick up any chicks there because I don't have the farmland to make them happy. I've been Litzy Bits. Give it up for Crabman.
Give it up for Litzy! Wasn't she wonderful? Coming up next to the stage is your favorite comedian named after a tree, Willow. Well, not your favorite. There's a lot of comedians named after trees.
I'm
but
Willow.
one of
I
them-
speak for the trees. It's definitely not my stage name, but I fuck with it. I have a few new jokes I wrote recently. The first one is being people who were excited for the Raptured and didn't make the cut are my new favorite types of people. You know what I mean? Like there's a lady who ended up in the ICU because she tried offering her hands as an offering to be raptured. And I just there's something about that also there's something about that also makes me think of the people who are trying to buy Taylor Swift concert tickets but getting scammed. My brother's car broke down during the rapture, and he said it was because he pulled the death card in tarot. And I was like, man, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I didn't know God was dealing in automobiles now. And he said, it's okay, I'll get it fixed. He obviously doesn't think I'm very funny, much like the rest of the room. I smoke a lot of weed, but lately it's been tasting like hairspray and anxiety. So I can't really do it anymore, but love the chemtrails effect. I've been having the period shits lately, and I was squatting on the toilet, and I had a brace for impact, so I had to grab the towel rack, and I ripped that bitch off the wall like Hulk Hogan. That's about it. There's not really a punchline for that one. I told a friend recently I could survive off drugs and affection, and she said, isn't that why you're in therapy? And I said, fuck you, you fucking bitch. I used to talk about being intersex and playing in men's sports a lot, and I was telling this joke on stage about how I was the captain of the boys' baseball team, and someone in the audience goes, damn! And I was like, is that because I'm somewhere in the middle, or is it because I was captain of the boys' baseball team and I look like this? And he said back, it's because you're gay. And I fuck with that. All right. I'm done. I'm getting the light. Bye.
Give it up for Willow. Next, coming out to the crab bucket is Hazel. Also one of your favorite comedians named after a tree.
So my dad called me while I was on my way back from a road trip, and it was really crazy. He told me we were catching up, right? And he told me that he had seen my TikTok, and I said, that's terrifying, right? And he said, I'm not your worst critic. And I said, I know, because my stepmom exists. Right? And then he goes, speaking of your stepmom, I've decided that you just inspired me to seek happiness and chase that, and I'm divorcing your stepmom. In essence, my dad told me that I am causing his first divorce. And the first divorce I went through, I was pretty stoked on, because it was my mom divorcing my child molester stepdad. Super stoked on that one, right? This one I don't really know how to react. How do you do, what's double in OnlyFans? Do I have to double negative? Do I pull my Legally Blonde moment and go to law school? Do I start mourning Charlie Kirk? I don't know what. I don't know what comes next. Let's see. I didn't know that spittlebugs were real. I didn't know. I thought that they were made up. I saw some plants with the spittlebug shit on them, and I said, these are obviously cum plants, right? What I was missing at the time is that the spittlebug is what the Haktua of the animal kingdom somehow. I love that. Also, llamas, right? I've heard they spit a lot. I love that. I'm only talking about bugs and my dad tonight. Do I talk about my dad fucking bugs next? Is that the natural progression? I'm gonna leave before I start trying to, match my dad's dick up with a certain bug. Good night.
Give it up for Hazel and her dad and Bugs. Next coming up to stage is Diana.
I actually don't really have a damn clue why I came up here and grabbed the microphone. I was actually hoping to avoid it because I don't have anything good to say. I heard the conversation shift to Saudi Arabia earlier, and I have thoughts that I won't share because everyone's leaving, and I like that. It used to be the audience that I walked. Now I'm walking the comics, so this is good. I'm getting very close to hitting rock bottom, which for me is saying something because I thought I've hit that numerous fucking times in my life already. Cool. Who's up after me?
No one.
Good.
All right, well, give it up for Diana. Anyways, that was the Crab Bucket. Thank you all for entertaining the Crab Bucket. Anyways, coming up to stage is your favorite host, Nathan Hart.
Hello. Okay, I'm back. That was the Crab Bucket. How we doing? We all doing okay? All right. So yeah, in the future, everyone, if you want to do the Crab Bucket, please try and put your names in the bucket. That way we can hash out and make sure that sort of thing doesn't go that way again. All right. Coming next to the stage, your featured comedian of the night. He's one of my local favorites. He's going to come do 10 minutes of stand-up comedy for you, the listeners, and the people playing pool here in this dive bar. That's where we're at right now. All right. Put your hands together nice loud for Gary Kelly, everybody.
What's up, everybody? Listen, it's kind of a quiet night, but I noticed right in the back, we've got about 150 National Guard coming into the back of the room to fill up this bar. You can't see it if you're watching this on the internet, but it looks like we're going to have a completely full room. They've got weapons. I will say, I'm really glad you're all here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to Portland and making it weird. It's great. Yeah, they're very polite, very quiet. Very quiet crowd. Yeah, this bar is great. It attracts a really good-looking group of people with every show until tonight. And I think it's all of the black cloth face coverings. Fuck yeah. Welcome to the National Guard. Also, a lot of people don't know on the internet that all of the words that I'm saying are projected out onto the street, and Nathan Hart is currently outside, probably smoking pot and enjoying himself. And listen, if you are on the street and you've got nothing to do, go up to the guy who looks like Jesus if he saved fingernail clippings and ask him for free cigarettes. That guy's got free cigarettes. Nathan Hart, outside of Lucky's. Come on over, everybody. Get your free cigarettes. For the people on the internet, I can hear a massive number of footsteps outside, shuffling drunkenly towards Nathan Hart's location. The National Guard hasn't moved. I'm currently having a standoff staring contest with 150 National Guard, and I think I'm winning. My name's Gary Kelly, and I hate my name, but machine gun was already taken. The National Guard does not like that joke. I'm a dad. I think I'm a good dad. I like to give my kids lots of freedom because it's easier than supervision. Fuck those kids. I wasn't even paying attention when I made them, and I'm not going to start now. I'm getting some nods from the National Guard. People are stoked. A hard-hitting kid material. Kids, if you can't beat them, You're not using your fists. Thank you. Thank you. My older son, my wife said, you got to give him the sex talk. I said, what do you know about sex? He said, a man and a woman love each other very much. I'm like, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. He's like, a man and a woman love each other very much. They get in bed, they get naked, and he pees on her vagina. I've never been so proud. That's how we do it at Gary Kelly's house. Should have called him R. Kelly. Hell yeah. Yeah, my younger son fell asleep on my wife's side of the bed. He woke up screaming. He said, Daddy, Daddy, there's a monster under the bed. And I love this because now I get to teach. I'm like, son, that's a dildo. And it's also a monster. Run, it can hurt you. And then I chased him around. He'll be fine. I mean, he's not going to be fine. His dad chased him with a dildo. My older son, he gets into trouble, and he told me, I want to learn karate. But I don't want him to get in trouble, and I don't want to tell him no. So I decided I was going to put him in ballet and just tell him it's karate. Just see if he wins a fight. Because who's going to admit to losing to someone wearing those tights? No one. Plus, what if it works? What if ballet is like the new jiu-jitsu MMA that no one can defend? And he's going around from MMA club to MMA club, putting people to sleep. The other dads are like, what is that? Is that judo? Is that aikido? Is that karate? I'm like, well, that move is called the Nutcracker. It's not karate, it's Tchaikovsky. I told that joke in Lebanon, and somebody said, what's Tchaikovsky? Fuck yeah. My younger son, he wants to be like his older brother, so he started swearing, but he doesn't know how to do it. He just looks at me and says, Dad, you're so fucking... And he just smiles. I'm like, son, you can't talk to me that way. Doesn't make any fucking sense. So I taught him a joke to teach him a difference between noun and verb. And the joke goes, why did the asshole cross the street? Because fuck you, that's why. And that joke kills in the 7 to 10 age demographic. On career day at Edison Elementary, those kids are like, Gary Kelly fucks. Because that's what I wrote on the tiny t-shirts that I gave them. I'm a big hit. They can't wait for me to come back. Career day's coming up. All right, I got a question for you guys. Who hates their job? Oh, I forgot. It's a comedy show. Who has a job? You hate your job. I get it. I hate my job. That's the way it goes. You hate it. You show up. But you love Janice. Oh, from accounting? She's so hot. Janice. She's 72, but those tits are real. Oh, so hot. And you're never going to get away from love at the office. Do you know why? Because 50% of people come to work ready to work, and 50% come with a penis. You know who you are. Yes, sir. It happens. You fall in love at work. I had an office crush, and we will call her Amber for legal purposes, but I never made a move, and Amber left. I don't know what would have happened. And then about a year later, a friend of mine said, hey, do you remember Amber from the office? I said, yeah. Is she single? What's she up to? He's like, well, Amber shot and stabbed 2 people to death in Southern Oregon. So I think she's single. She shot and stabbed 2 people to death in Southern Oregon. Or as they call it down there, Tuesday. Meth runs deep. So now she's not really the one who got away, because she's doing a double life sentence in the clink, and I can visit her whenever I want. What I want to know is, like, you shoot and stab somebody to death, that's like all the way. How come she wants to go all the way with those guys? I looked her up. I saw her mugshot. She looks amazing, you guys. Like, you've heard of, like, roll out of bed beautiful. She's like shot and stabbed stunning. You could actually Google it. If you Google double homicide Southern Oregon, you can see what I'm into. She looks so hot. She's kind of got that angry model look. Like, I can't speak to the content of her character, but she's got a killer body. I've been married for 20 years, and I've never paid for sex, unless you count being married for 20 years. They say a secret to a long relationship is communication. But the truth is, if you play your cards right, any marriage can feel long. I had to keep my wife, I had to keep things spicy. I sent my wife some dick pics. She got mad. She got super mad. I'm like, why are you mad? She's like, these aren't your dick. I'm like, these belong to Nathan Hart. All right, give it up for Nathan Hart coming to the stage right now. Thanks for coming out, everybody on the National Guard.
Hey, keep it going for Gary, everybody. Gary's here.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome back to the show, Gary.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, speaking of which, Gary, what's one first aid technique you think everyone should learn before our country descends into civil war? Also, go ahead and move a little bit closer to me. They tell me that if you're past that line of tape, that no one can see you, and that it's bad for women or something.
I would say
I only listen to half of what they tell me. So,
in terms of a first aid, direct pressure, and you can't suck out the poison, but that's not a reason to try.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's worth getting in there.
I think go for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gary, you're like you're a handsome doctor that's like a world traveling rock climber. What do you think you'd do if you were tall?
You're a mom.
All right. Calm down, pool players.
All due respect to Mrs. Hart.
You could. I don't know.
We're probably the same age.
She's a little older than you. Yeah. You're late 40s.
I mean, I'll take it, man.
Yeah. You know, I'm only 34, right?
If you say so.
Like she.
I know you're younger than me, but not according to our dental records.
All right. Is there a group chat that's just about my teeth? I don't think Bert was supposed to tell you that stuff. That doesn't seem fair. Gary, would you rather free climb a cliff or bomb for an hour?
I mean, I've done both, and they're both fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the answer I expected. Gary, would you rather look down the barrel of a gun or a penis? Barrel of a penis. Yeah, you've never looked down the barrel of a penis? I thought this was Oregon.
I've fucked around with a dick or two.
Yeah?
No, but I remember one time Chaz Loganhide was getting fucking heckled on this stage, and somebody called him gay. That's what he said. I thought it was so funny. It's like 2 a.m. It was just me and some other asshole. And Chaz was up here, dropping acid or whatever. They asked him to go long because we didn't have very many comics. This was like, I don't know. And the bar at that time was like, yeah, if you could like try to fill the time, I want you to go to a certain time. So he was he only had like, I don't know how much material he had, but he just kept going and going and going. This guy kept talking to him. And he wouldn't shut the fuck up.
God, I remember when I used to have to do comedy on this show. That fucking sucked. It's awful.
It's way better now.
Yeah,
the crowd is really fleshed out.
Dude, it's way better now. I
Heavily
show up,
armed.
I get my friends to be like, hey, you want to sit on this couch? And I'll ask you sensitive questions. Also, Gary, that's everything I had written down for you. You don't care about money. What sort of favors would you have to get to do the Riyadh Comedy Festival?
I looked into moving to Riyadh because I heard that if you worked there for a year, you could come back and you didn't have to pay income tax. And then I found out that they didn't have any booze. So I said, fuck this. All sand and no booze.
Oh, man, I should have been hyping that up when Seth was still up here. I should have reminded him, like, and they don't even have alcohol. Are you sure you don't want to help them dismember a journalist? It's... all right. Gary, what's your favorite flavor of pudding? Fuck it.
My favorite flavor is I don't know, man. I don't think I've met a flavor of pudding I didn't enjoy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the texture.
Huh.
Yeah. Are these what you hoped for when you wrote these jokes, man?
I didn't.
These questions.
Honestly, I didn't have a plan for the pudding bit. I was really like, I thought we might go somewhere with. I don't know. I wasn't sure where it was supposed to end. And honestly, I also with the first aid thing, I really thought we might be able. I don't know. You know, the questions are still a new part of this whole thing, where I like come in with any plan at all. I used to just wing it the whole time. So
no, I love the questions. I love anytime I get to talk about pudding and first aid in the same paragraph, because you never know when you're gonna. You know, actually, a lot of people don't know this, but there are several diseases that are preventable by pudding. For example, Tylenol-induced autism is treatable with pudding. You have to use enough, and that's basically it. A lot of people don't know that. The literature is mixed, but so is the pudding.
Where do you think autism comes from?
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not really your field, I know.
Well, you know what I was surprised about when they came out with all that is that the people were so negative about autism.
Yeah.
Because I get it, it's a spectrum, but like, you know, a lot of really talented people are autistic.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Sometimes it seems kind of rad.
I mean, people are all fantastic in their own way, and I don't see why we're, criticizing any of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tylenol fucking slaps. Have you had some Tylenol? Oh, it's so good. Like, you have a fever, you take it, and you know what you feel like? $1 million. $1 million. Don't take my word for it. Go out and take you recommended it. No, don't take the whole bottle. Unless you're in a lot of pain.
We don't give medical advice on this show. This seems like a reasonable time to mention that. Just real quick.
Yeah. We should also mention that I'm not a real doctor, but I told Nathan that so that I could get a set on this show.
Yeah, he's been telling me that for years, as far as I know.
Yeah. To all our viewers on the internet, my name is Seth Milstein.
Yep, it says right here,
yep.
Seth Milstein, Doctor of Love.
That's right.
That's what we got written down.
Doctor
right here.
of Love.
Doctor of Love. Well, Gary, I feel like we should go ahead and bring the next guest on the show.
I love it.
If you're there. What are you laughing about, Crab Man?
It's all going according.
What's your problem? All right.
Well, thanks for saying something to me. For once.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Hey,
would you have any sound effects for that?
Let's get a little bit of music, man. Let's get a little bit. Can you play something?
Horse conch weighs over 11 pounds.
Or a random sound effect. Let's hear something with a beat, man. Let's hear something with a beat. Come on. Let's hear a little something. The best thing about this show is there is a delay. It's like being high. You ask for something and you just look and then it might happen.
Well,
you know what? A couple weeks ago we had a great band on this show. It's always the same fucking song.
Yeah,
You know what's great is you don't know that there are lyrics to this song. You want to hear the lyrics? It's let's see if I can. You come in like, you get throat cancer from eating some pussy, 'cause that cancer is caused by HPV, but is it worth it? I'm sitting here in my socks, and I'm still gonna eat your box. Yeah, that's it.
All right, yeah, that's actually the
That's the theme song for
and that's also
Horsecock and
whatever.
hand jobs.
We just hit the limit to the amount of singing that is allowed to happen on the show, by the way, because the last time we did have a band on the show, the people who actually have to deal with the repercussions of there being a band on the show got really mad at me about it. So no singing allowed. We're done with singing. We're done with singing. We're done with anything that requires having to move the dial on a microphone more than once per show. Okay. That's pretty much where we're at this point.
I think we're dangerously close to getting both of our mics cut off by those people.
We don't say.
But thank God for those people. They are the best.
Our sound guy is perfect. No more no more comments.
All right, your next guest coming to the stage is a very funny person. Whose name? I don't know.
I really thought you knew what you were doing.
I have no idea.
All right. So Gary's going to hang out with me for our next couple comedians. Welcome to the stage. You're next to me in the very funny Bubblegum Bambi, everybody.
All right.
We're just all getting real comfortable here. Seth set a weird precedent. This feels too close.
Yeah, this is
Yeah. But we're also down to one camera nowadays, so
don't look at me, man. I've got a line on the ground made out of painter's tape.
Yeah. He's
how
got
we doing?
The set dressing.
How we doing up here?
Hey, I got a question for Bambi.
Yeah, what's the question?
Listen, like, I've seen you go up for comedy. You're very funny, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you.
I enjoy watching you do comedy. And you know, I went to your mic.
Yeah.
So is it always My Gay Agenda, or is it going to be dolls? Are we going to alternate? What's it going to be?
Oh, no, it's a theme.
It's a theme.
Yeah. So, like, the first month, it was My Gay Agenda, and everyone says that My Gay Agenda is scaring straight men. So I had Jailhouse, and then I did an outfit change where I was half naked on stage, and he got scared. And that was the whole thing.
I really enjoyed the mic. I think it's great, and I'm glad we have another mic. You know, watching you on stage, you have such a presence, and I wonder, like, has anybody dared to heckle you?
This is kind of funny because not really. I mean, there was this one guy who I was doing a bit about how fruity little drinks make me want to spread my legs, and he was like, "Get her a drink," and then he wouldn't shut up during my act for like the last bit, and I was just like, "Not from you. Shave your beard. You look ugly." I don't know.
Kevin, do you have a button to heckle Bubblegum right now? All right,
I like that noise. I could do a beat to that.
I think that buzz meant no, but I'm not totally sure. I almost heard it.
I think people are too confused by me to heckle me. You know what I mean?
I'm not confused by you, but I wonder what's the next theme going to be?
The next theme?
Did you say you're going to alternate, or you're just going to stick with?
Well, the next theme is with Slay Hazel, so it's my Slay Agenda.
Yeah, Slay Hazel is like a.
Woo. All right, opposite question. Bubblegum, who's your favorite white male podcaster?
I don't know any names, man. I can't think of any.
That seems complicated.
Oh, you? I guess this became a podcast in the last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's been there.
Oh, Ash. Oh, wait. Well, they're kind of somewhere.
They're non-binary.
So you just asked her that question so that she would say you?
No, definitely not. I was really hoping
No, I don't think Nathan would ever
exciting
expect
at all,
me to say anything nice about him.
Yeah.
It just goes to show it's only hard to suck your own dick if it's small.
It sure me.
That's so funny. The echo actually made it sound like it was Nathan who did that. Nathan, why'd you just shit your pants? Can you address that for me?
It's my show, and
oh my god, it smells so bad, you guys.
I'm allowed to shit my
shit.
pants wherever I want.
Oh my god, this smells like my period shits.
All right, Bubblegum, who's your favorite Fox News host?
I don't. R. Kelly. I don't know. I can't think. Yeah, that guy. What's his name? Gottfeld. Oh, yeah, Gottfeld.
Does that work for you?
I don't know who the fuck any of these people are. I live under a rock, man. I don't know what to tell you.
How is it down there?
Under the rock, it's pretty cold, pretty desolate. You know, people are scared to approach me because it's giving like goblin in a cave vibe. I'm in a bra and panties playing video games.
Is that most of what you're doing in the rock right now?
I mean, yeah, when I'm home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of projects, and I got a job, so.
Do you worry you're going to accidentally talk about stuff that is given that you do this thing where you go up and you talk about your life in front of people and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like you're going to miss stuff sometimes from not paying attention to these things?
I mean, sometimes, not really. Like, I do this for fun, so like if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Hey, if the president declares war on Portland, Oregon, how do you plan to underground railroad people out of the city?
There's so many tunnels up in that bitch. You know what I mean? I'm sure we could figure it out. Also, I just asked like any of the 5 lesbians outside of any of the 100 coffee shops, and they'd probably know. But you gotta ask one with a crazy haircut, because that's the bitch.
Yeah.
That's when you gotta pick.
I don't think people are going to want to leave, man. I think they would have already left.
They'll dig in.
Yeah. Portland's doing fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just if there's a war.
I mean,
whatever.
if there's a war, my money's on the gay people with the liberals who own guns. You know what I mean?
On the Portland. Yeah.
Yeah, because have you seen a queer person who owns a gun who lives up there?
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm scared of those bitches more than I am any ex-Marine. I've dated a lot of ex-Marines, and I'm telling you, lesbians scare me more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's up with that pattern?
You know, I don't really know. Like, my history of dating people is like models, ex-Marines, and lesbians.
Huh.
And none of them look the same.
Wow, you sound like you have the dating history of a white male podcaster.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I should start a podcast. You know, honestly, I'll just take over yours. Maybe more people would show up.
Why not?
Yeah,
you
walked an empty audience, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah. Hey, that's what we do here.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Can we trade glasses?
There's only one way to get to Riyadh.
Can we trade glasses?
Sure.
Mine's for a light stigma. I'm only blind in one eye.
This is really bad. This is really bad.
Oh, what the fuck?
What are those way better?
Oh, are you nearsighted?
What's the one where I can see good close up?
Nearsighted?
I can see good close up but not far away.
Let's ask the doctor.
What are these reading glasses? Yeah. Doctor?
Yeah, doctor.
Nearsighted.
I'm nearsighted.
I think think probable cause is nearsighted.
You're just throwing terms in here now.
That's inflammatory. Do you remember the first time I did your lawyer show and I went up there and just started slinging like every concept I could think of? I pissed off a British man a few times.
God, I sometimes I miss the lawyer show. It was nice.
That was a fun show. I did it way too many times.
Yeah. All right, Bubblegum. I think we did it.
You're not gonna ask me anything interesting?
No, I'm kind of out of it.
Ask me.
You can ask him things too.
Oh, I can ask Nathan.
I tried that the last few times. But
Nathan,
yeah, go for it.
Nathan, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Red?
Yeah.
So do you want to get into the psychologies of color?
Sure, but I think it's probably bullshit.
So you tend to take life fast and without a lot of thought.
This sounds like an astrology thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree that like red is a reckless choice.
Yeah, it is a reckless choice.
Yeah. I'm a little bit. We're disappointed.
Fun fact: red, the color, has been studied so much that they've implemented it into insurance. So like, if you drive a red vehicle, you're more likely to have higher insurance or get a ticket because psychologically, people who prefer the color red are more likely to make a reckless mistake.
Huh.
It's why we call it the color of lust and not love.
Yeah. Well, this is another exciting way to think about myself.
Yeah.
See, when I feel like it.
This is on the internet, so your insurance is probably canceled now.
Yeah.
You don't have insurance.
Statistically, you're more likely to be robbed on acid.
He can't afford insurance. What the fuck? Who are you talking to?
Just roll the dice. How often do you even get pulled over?
I can barely afford insurance, and I have a real job.
I was talking about auto.
Yeah, exactly. How often do you really get pulled over?
Me? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, just flirt with the cop and get out of it, guys. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah. Yeah, you all have radically different plans for dealing with police than me. And it's
I've never gotten a ticket except for the one time I hydroplaned and almost went off a cliff. The cop gave me a ticket for failing to stay in my lane. Yeah, and I crashed into a cliff.
I didn't know that was a ticket you could get.
I didn't either until he gave it to me.
Yeah.
But like most things,
You know, Nathan, I could just give you like one of my old hospital badges, and you could just say like, I'm a doctor,
Right.
and then when they look at it, and they're like, this doesn't look like you, just be like, things haven't been going so well.
Are you able to like get me ketamine?
That
Like right now.
Like anytime?
I believe that was the
I, Seth Milstein, can give you ketamine.
Thank you, Seth Milstein, for giving me ketamine.
Seth Milstein, Doctor of
That's
Love.
a great
Thank
Christmas
you for being
gift
on
to
the
put
show.
me in a K-hole. Hell
Also,
yeah.
So that was the Law and Order sound effect.
Sure.
Am I? I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, don't give us away, man.
Not for that. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
All
Oh
right.
my God! Did you fail calligraphy in high school? What happened?
But
You only have
yes.
one
Who
page of
took
notes.
calligraphy in high school? What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, I went to a private school.
It is
Oh.
This is remarkably organized, though. Look, he's got little pockets.
You know, this
and
is a
stuff.
lot more organized, unlike his handwriting. I'm surprised.
What's this picture in here?
in here? He has a picture of himself in his
Oh,
fucking
Jesus.
God
Yeah, they're
damn
my-
fucking
He
narcissist.
bought his own merch.
Business cards.
What is this? The fucking Bible? Oh my God! This,
Yeah.
It's like an affirmation.
this is
Okay, Bubblegum, get out of here. Let's finish the show. Get out of here.
I love your.
That's what
gay-
happens when you have a roast.
I love
You
your
have to
gay
book
little
of
notebook.
affirmations
You have a
afterward.
great gay little notebook, buddy. I love you.
Thanks for being here. Keep it going for
Keep it
Bubblegum
going for
Family,
Bubblegum.
everybody. All right. We got one left. Put your hands together. Nice loud for Angie Bloomfield, everybody.
All right. Angie Bloomfield.
Hello. I love you. What's up?
Hello.
What's up,
Weird.
Angie?
You know, just here. What do you want to know?
I have a question.
Yeah,
So,
Gary, you got something?
Okay.
I have had. So how long have we known each other? It's probably been like 10 years, something like that.
Sure.
I remember you used to do like a mic at Cornucopia. There was
Oh my
like
God, yeah.
you were like, when is the train gonna go by? Let's do a mic then, next to the
So,
train tracks.
I kind of came into that on accident because there were some other women in the comedy scene at that time who were running that mic. By the way, it was unpaid. So crazy. I didn't know better then. And then they wanted to like quit comedy and move away. And so they were like, "You're a woman, you run it." And I'm like, "All right." I hate that. I hated that mic because there's nothing worse than doing comedy in a restaurant where everyone's trying to eat and you're like, "Let me tell you about my butthole." And they're like, "I hate this." And in retrospect, I mean, I just didn't know better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like brand new at comedy. So that's the only reason that happened is because I was naive.
Plenty of us take gigs in places where we shouldn't be doing comedy at
Yeah,
all.
I'm trying to say no to stuff, but sometimes you end up
Yeah.
doing things that you are like, why am I here right now?
Well, you're so funny, and like I get to see you now at Olsen Run, which is super fun for me. Get to
Super
go there
fun
and
for
see
me.
you. Oh, it's so fun. And
Yeah, I love it.
And I remember I took my wife to see you,
Okay.
and she was like, I feel like she's telling me a secret, but she's on
Ooh.
stage.
I love that.
And I was like, well, she's not that funny.
You're like, come on, baby.
Gary had to get defensive.
Yeah. No, I love that because I definitely talk about weird stuff when I do comedy that I maybe wouldn't. Like I don't like to talk to people about I don't want to hear about who you're fucking right now. I hate it. Like I kind of get grossed out. But then if I'm doing jokes and stuff, I'll get really gnarly sometimes. But it's not like that off stage. Weird.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I realized that till just now, but
The sharp dichotomy.
maybe I'm
of-
a prude.
And comedy is your way to like express yourself or something.
I guess.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were kind of telling me the other day that like you don't so much get heckled as people want to like tell you important, intimate things about themselves.
Yeah, like not when I'm on stage, but I have a face where people see me, like if I'm at a bar or something, that I have never talked to this person in my life, and they really do. They come up to me and they're like, "Man, I've had a really bad day," and they'll tell me crazy stuff, and I'm like, "Oh," and I'll listen and I'll try to offer some kind of,
Dude, I actually had something crazy happen to me. Like just the other night, I was down in Ashland, and I was at this bar, and I was hanging out, and there was this guy at the bar stool next to me, and he just started talking to me, like spontaneously, just like opened a conversation. Right, where our mic stands are really state of the art here. But this guy just starts talking to me, and he tells me, like within 30 seconds of us meeting each other, he tells me that 2 days beforehand, he had just split up with his wife because he found out that she was cheating on him. And I didn't know what to tell him.
How would you not know it? You're like, listen, man, it gets better.
Dude, that's all I had.
Yeah,
all I had was the most cliche shit. And
but
it's
like that's a good advice.
I just thought I would have some sort of better insight on this one, where it's like at least something else beyond the lines.
What can you really
of like,
tell him other than that? Like, there's not
just the good old. It gets better. It's not your fault. Like it's you're fine. Let's take a shot. Like
you could do the Robin Williams. What was the movie with Matt Damon? You know, it's like it's not my fault. Like make him say it a bunch of times in a row. Good Will Hunting. That's what it was. Yeah, you could do that with him.
I love how you looked at Gary for that. Like, oh right, yeah, the doctor. Yeah.
Huge Matt Damon fan. Huge Matt Damon.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a.
I would have just like asked his name and then just been like, "Yeah, man, we all know she's cheating on you."
Yeah, just really fuck with his head.
Yeah, just be like,
like, I think
everybody's.
Wait, who is she? I think I know her.
Yeah. Oh, is that this lady? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's my girlfriend.
I thought you'd come talk to me about this sooner or later.
Yeah. Someone just the other night told me. I didn't know who it was. I'd never seen him in my life, and he was telling me that he was I found out he has heart troubles and he's worried. He's only 38 and he has 2 kids and a wife and he's gonna die. And I'm like, damn, dude, that sucks.
Until you got to the 2 kids and the wife, I was like, Rudy.
No, I know. Well, I did say I have a friend that's dealing with something like that. But anyway, it was just like this happens all the time to me. Like every time I leave the house. Yeah.
Someone just opens up. Does anyone want to open up to Angie right now?
It's okay. You don't have to. We don't have to.
But you can.
They
it's
will.
A decent enough
as soon as she gets off stage. Yeah.
Apparently you can.
Yeah. Crabman, you got anything you want to open up to Angie about?
Crabman?
How much do you know about circumcisions?
Not very much, I've never had one, so.
How about you, Gary?
All I know, man, is you're only supposed to have one.
Didn't they used to do them with their teeth?
Is that real?
What?
Yeah.
That's a different
They used to do them with their teeth?
Yeah, and then
okay, so maybe what you're referring to is there is this kind
rabbis?
of thing with that rabbis do, especially very
We're getting a nod from someone in the audience.
Is
we're getting a nod.
Yeah, it's true.
They'll bless them by kissing the tip. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the original Hawk-Tua. They bite it off and spit it out in the offering.
Nathan, you gotta stop talking to Crab, man. Just let him play the piano, man. He's not fucking Paul back there.
I don't know what's happening.
Hey, you know what? I remember you and I went up to see somebody in Portland, and we went to a mic, and you had gone to that mic for years and came up there, and everybody loved you. And you had just gone through your divorce. Or no, I think she just cheated on you.
Right.
So you talked about it on stage, and you could not have a more sympathy. These people were like, fuck that bitch. And then I went up on stage afterwards, and I said something about how I had helped Matt Costa, the guy.
Right.
And they turned off the mic. You remember? They started the music. And they were going to walk me off the stage. And then they were like, oh, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. And so then I bombed so hard. And then we got in the car. It was real quiet. And he told me bomb story after bomb story, trying to make me feel better because I was crying a lot. You remember that? Yeah, you told me the story about how you, I don't know if you want me to go into detail, but you started taking off your clothes.
Oh, yeah. Funhouse Lounge, Christmas Eve, 2019, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd never done coke and gone on stage before. It was...
Right. Yeah, not a lot of people have bombed so hard that they started stripping.
That's a choice.
Usually it's an opener,
Yeah.
You usually want to open with taking your clothes off.
Yeah, they don't really mix stripping and comedy, but they should. They have what was there? There's the mic at the sex club.
Yeah.
Right.
But nobody's doing both.
There was a comic strip show, I think, where you're supposed to, which I would never do.
I did it twice.
I'm like, I want to do one where you put more clothes on. Like, how many sweaters can she put on during her set? I would do that one.
It's physically impossible for my dick to be smaller than it was during the strip show, where it's like the level of fear and adrenaline in my body, it was pretty much up in there. So, yeah.
Angie, have you ever bombed?
Thank you. Perfect sound effect. That was a great slide whistle. We're really coming together on this.
I have bombed.
I want to hear about it.
So Billy Wayne Davis, he was performing at this place in town, and it was like the weirdest thing I've ever done. So I was opening, and I like dressed up, you know, I don't know. I just was like, I was wearing a dress, and I was like, I'm going to look cute, and I'm going to do comedy. And I got there, and I'm like, oh, this was the wrong choice. Every single person that was there had on tie-dye. And there was a room in the back. Everybody was doing dabs. And it was like an open-air drug market. Like, people were selling mushrooms, like mushroom juices. Like, it was like you could just buy drugs. Anyway, and I showed up, and I just did not fit in at all with these people. I looked like I was like, I'm just here looking for my lost Labradoodle. Like, I just did not fucking... but yeah, I definitely bombed really bad. I don't think anyone laughed at all. Like, I had to do maybe only 10 minutes, but it felt like an hour. It was awful. Like, yeah, I don't think I ever want to do a show again where everyone's just getting really stoned. Like, they're not, I don't know. I'm too much, I think, for someone that's like, What? Oh shit!
Dude, I hate stoner shows.
That's not for me. They're not my people. Like, drunks like me. You know.
Like, I love weed. Don't get me wrong, but I hate being around crowds of people who like weed.
Yeah,
like there's some of my least favorite groups of people.
Yeah,
well, I've seen you like at Slice when somebody gets too hammered, and you're in the front, and you're like, hey. You try to get their attention, you know. And,
an open mic or something, you know, I'll like mess around a little bit, but yeah.
People are like repeating their premises, but you're just like, excuse me, you, green shirt, listen. Didn't Rory Scovel did like a stoner show in town? It was like, it wasn't just comedy. It was like an event. They had like music and different things. Everybody got high. And he came to town and did it, and he's going to be back, I think.
Yeah, he's coming in October, I think.
Yeah,
I'm really
be a rad
excited.
Show. I can't wait.
Yeah, he's funny.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely bombed other than that, but that's just like the one that most stands out because it was so uncomfortable and like, I don't know. I'm just like, you know, I don't care. Do mushrooms, do dabs, whatever. I'm just like, that's for children. And you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not a child. Drugs are for kids. Children out there, drugs are for kids, is what I'm trying to say. Do drugs if you're a kid. And then
try them.
Yeah, just try them out. I don't know. I'm just too old spiritually.
You know, we have this super cool mic up in Corvallis called Bombs Away that Santi does, right? He puts that on with Aurora, and it's such a good room. Like, some people say it's like the best room in Oregon. People laugh so hard. But I was there, I was doing like some joke about like wrestling in high school, and I made some comment about like people say a lot of homophobic things about wrestlers because we fuck each other. And this lady like in the front, she's like, I think she's probably like 70 years old. She just like crossed her arms and looked at me and was like, shook her head. I thought, what the fuck? And like she just stared at me the whole time. People laughed. Yeah,
my son's a wrestler.
She was so bad. I felt so bad. I just like staring at this fucking old lady.
Bombs Away is great if you're like, you know what, I feel real bad about myself. I need an ego boost. I'm going to go to Bombs Away.
Let's feel better about this right now.
What is going on in Corvallis? They really like to laugh.
Something in the
over
water.
There.
Yeah. It's so great.
All right, guys, I think we did it. I think we did the show. Angie, is there anything else you wanted to tell us about before we wrap this up?
Hey, I got out of jury duty by telling the judge that I couldn't, because they were going to have me be on the grand jury, like where I would have to be there for 30 days.
Fuck.
And I was like, oh my God, what are the chances this is the day that I came, you know? Because they only do that once a month.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, we don't have very many people, so I'm not taking like excuses that are like, you know, you have to work. That's not an excuse. And I was like, oh my God, dude. 30 days. And I was like, hey, I'm headlining a comedy festival, and so I can't. And he was like, oh, congratulations. And he was like, when is it? And I did, and fully, I have to be there a full week.
Nice.
So that's what I told him. Anyway, he let me off because of that. Yeah, he let me off.
Thank you, Savage Henry Comedy Festival.
Savage Henry Comedy Festival. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, so now I don't have to do jury duty. He is going to make me come back in January, though. So,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
well,
I thought that was fun.
that's almost good enough.
So I got out of jury duty for comedy.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That's great. I know. He had an earring. I was like, I might tell him. I had some other excuses too, and he did not care about. Like, I'm the only one that can pick up my daughter from school. He did not give a shit about that. But like the comedy festival, I'm like, what kind of person are you?
What if you just like lie, and then if he catches you in the lie, you just keep lying? Because like that's not somebody you'd want on the jury, right? If somebody's like blatantly dishonest, so you just like you're like, I have cancer, and also my dog just died. And the dog had cancer.
I have so many.
Yeah, and I don't feel good right now. I think I'm
I've got COVID currently.
I'm gonna have COVID. I mean, I'm gonna get it.
I've got
probably.
it. And it's gonna happen. It's happening.
You just keep lying, and then, what are they gonna? They gonna troubleshoot it all? Like they got fucking lives. And
well,
shit
I
to
kind
do.
of started off. I'll be honest, spreading stretching the truth a bit, but I couldn't stop smiling when I was talking to him, and I was like, oh, I'm bad. I'm bad at lying.
Yeah, then
I
he's
feel like I used to be good
he's like
at it.
opening up to you. The judge is like, I want to tell you all my secrets.
I was like, so, here's the reason. And I could not stop smiling, and he was just like, you're fucking full of shit.
I think if I was going to get out of jury duty, I'd just fake a stutter.
You don't think they want stutters?
I have to do. I'm not going to do it now, but I would do it hard. I would go hard. I would
really,
keep trying to get his
thinking?
attention.
If I had to do it and I got picked, I was like, if I'm gonna do this, and I want to be the one that has to talk and stuff. I want to like be in charge of all of them. I'm not going into this half-ass. Like if I'm gonna be on this jury, I really was. I was like, because they were in the other room and I could hear them, and they were like, all right, so we'll have this person be the one that like talks to them. Like, okay, so what do they? It's like that's what I want to do if I have to do it.
You be the
It would be
bailiff
fun.
or whatever?
Yeah. No,
Look how
not the
hard.
bailiff.
Nathan's trying to close the show so hard. We're like,
I know.
And you know what else would be great?
and then
let's get some music, grab it.
It's fine. Everyone just do whatever you want to do. I'm clocking out.
All right, I'm leaving. I love you. Bye.
Okay, hey, keeping on for Angie Bloomfield, everybody. That's been our show. Thank you all for joining us here on Hand Shoes and Horse Grenades. This has been episode 14, 15, something like that. We can Google it. Hey, thanks for being here. You can catch us every single week right here at Lucky's Club or Hysterical Light Entertainment YouTube. Hey, have a good night. Get home safe.